Hey guys, another review. This time, Swamp Thing number 7. Now, Swamp Thing has, in my book and most people's book, been probably the best or one of the best of the New 52. And I'm very happy to say this continues a tradition. And great cover, like, very cool cover. Very cool cover. I love this cover. Artwork throughout the book, of course, they've been great since issue 1, and this continues that too. The art in this book, especially, is just incredible. And in this issue, kind of leaves off after the last one, of course. Alec Holland is pretty much being beaten to death as his love interest is being turned into her rot self, I guess you could say, to serve pretty much the evil that Swamp Thing and the Parliament of Trees wants to end. Well, not Swamp Thing, but the Parliament of Trees. Anyway, this issue is pretty much really cool. I mean, really cool. Got some, of course, really dark and twisted pictures as this series always has. Just images that, even though I've seen much worse, they're just shocking to see these images. Pretty, and remember, I'm still reading a DC comic because even though technically, well, not even technically, it's not Vertigo at all. But it's very, very dark, and everyone who's reading this knows it's very dark. And this issue, you can probably guess from the cover, so it's not really a spoiler. Yes, Alec Holland does turn into Swamp Thing again, and it's cool to see Swamp Thing back. And his emergence is pretty cool, and I like how he gets to that point. And I like this. The majority of this issue is Alec Holland talking to the Parliament of Trees, which sounds kind of stupid, but is done, of course, really well. As Scott Snyder, incredible writer, and between this and Batman, American Vampire, his Detective Comics run, he's proven over and over again that he is a great writer. And this, so far, has been one of my favorite Swamp Thing runs ever. This is, if it continues this tradition, I really think it can be up there with the Alan Moore run. It is great. It is as good, maybe a little less, but still almost equally as awesome as the Alan Moore run in the 70s, 80s. What you guys know what I'm sure, a Swamp Thing fan, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this issue I've loved this whole series. These issues are kind of hard to review because they're just so good. I'll give this a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is because I don't even know if you can say it suffers. It's just that every issue of Swamp Thing, for the most part, not a lot actually happens. And it's building up this very slow burn kind of feel, which is cool and I like. But on an issue to issue basis, it's not great. I'm sure when this comes out as a whole, it'll be incredible to be able to just continue reading and continue reading. This will be one of the series that I will definitely buy when it comes out in hardback or trade paperback. It's definitely great, but for per issue, because not much happens, you don't feel cheated at all. But it's just very odd knowing that the entire issue, not much actually happened. But what does happen goes into such detail and such great imagery that it's worth every penny. If you're not reading Swamp Thing, I don't know why you're not. It's one of the best of the New 52. Continues that trend. 9.5 out of 10. I'll have some more reviews up pretty soon today. See you guys in another review.